so. Boo. So who's going to help me do recognition? Who's more organized?
I'm going.
Christy, come on.
We have a volunteer.
Okay, stand up if you love Premier Jewelry. I cannot hear you. Stand up if you love Premier. Okay.
Why am I standing up?
Okay. Remain standing. I'm sorry, I don't ever do this, y'all, so I'm like feeling a little overwhelmed. Okay, remain standing if you are a Premier Jewelry lady. Y'all can say Premier. There we go. Stand up, Scott.
Premier Jewelry lady.
You love her.
No.
Yes, you did.
I'm a man of Premier baby.
Okay, remain standing if you're a Premier jeweler. Officially. Woo! Alright. Oh, remain standing. If you what? If you
I'm working. I can beatbox.
okay, remain standing if you had one jewelry party in the month of August. Four jewelry shows in the month of August. Okay, come on up here, all of you who are standing. Come on. Alright, okay, so they're going to tell you how many shows they did in the month of August, and if you're a designer, you got to come up here and clap. We forgot that part. Y'all bear with us, we don't normally do this. Okay, how many? Four. Woo! She's new, so you're going to run down the line and high five them. Five. Four. Shauna Hensley, how are you? Five. I wouldn't know that because you're out of my 10, 10, 10. How many doors? Six. And that also completed your Kickstart. 9. Woo! Oh, there you go. And this is my baby. How many? 5. Woo! And she went to Texas to do some of them. Yes, she did. 4. Woo! Very good. So proud of you. How many jewelry shows? 5. 5. 4. 4. 4. I don't know how many. I think I did 5. Okay. There we go. Okay. Stand up. Oh, if your total retail was at least $200, stand up. Woo! Oh, I'm sorry. If your show retail was at least $200. Okay. Raise your, then we're going to do highest home show. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay. Keep standing if your home show was $400 retail, your highest home show. What about 600 retail? Woo! What about 800 retail? Oh! Yeah, one home show. Okay. Those of you standing, come on up here and tell me what. We had a lot of high home shows this month. What was your highest home show? 885. Not a bad $400 for keeping your clothes on. 810. Good job. 930. And she's from Jacksonville. 777. Okay, that was weird. Listen. 777. That means something. I don't know why.
It is.
I think mine was 967.
$1,388.
839.
That's not bad. Beats the teacher's salary. She deserves another hand clap for that.
1204. $1,957.
Let's say that one more time.
$1,957.
Very good. I think she's matched my highest home show ever. Good. Any of you have over 1,000? Over 800?
I think it was 12, 13 something.
13 something.
We're all good. I had $2,000 shows. Not bad. I don't mind keeping my clothes on for that. All right. Stand up if your total retail was at least $200 in the month of August. Woo, I'm sorry. Stop it. Okay. Remain standing if your total retail was $400. Woo! I want to hear you. What about $600? $800? $1,000? $1,200? Oh my gosh! $1,400? Okay, come on.
1410.
I gotta hear you.
1420. 1442. 1844. 3,000 something. 1683.
2,600.
About 3170.
Total retail. Can I tell Mom?
32 something. 32 something.
32 something. Wait. Yeah, Taylor, you saw that.
I'm pregnant for the 5th time.
So she did that in morning sickness hell.
Costochondritis. Anybody familiar with that? It sucks.
It's a red issue. It's a red issue. It feels like you're dying.
I thought that meant you peed on yourself all night.
You want to know my total retail? Yeah. Are y'all ready? Hold on to your bladders. $658.
She did it with a newborn too. Y'all give her a hand.
Oh, let me tell for you anyway.
Oh, me?
You were better. 1887. Thank you for
1,400?
1,400.
Something. I don't know if I'm with you. Woo! Y'all give yourselves a hand. Okay. Now, stand up if you sponsored in the month of August. Stand up. Woo! Come on up here.
One? Was it one of them? Yeah. One. One.
Yes, she did. And do you know? Oh, yeah. Okay, also, she sponsored her because she brought her to Fun to Share. I'm just saying. Yes, very good. Woo! You guys sponsor? Oh, my two. Awesome. Very good. Now give them a hand. Right? Okay, now I want you, is that every, make sure if you achieve something in the month of August, like Quick Starts, Jones Rookie, Anna Crown Jewel, if you had a baby in the month of August, please stand up. Come to the front. Come to the front. like 3 hours. Who does that? Wonder Women. Wonder Woman. Look at her.
She's so cute.
Here you go. Y'all get. Oh, so stand up and you achieve something. Quick start, crown jewels. On any of that? Okay, come on.
What? I think it was amethyst. I don't even know. I got my quick start 6. Quick start 6. 25 home show club. Quick start 12. Quick start 9. 6 and 9.
On her way to 12. Anybody see anything? And Liza got 6 and 9. Anybody? No. Do we have new builders in the house? New builders? Who's a new builder? Well, I didn't celebrate Jessica, so stand up, Jessica! Is a new builder in the house. Come here. So close to 5 Okay, now I want you to stand up. If you just set a goal, whatever goal it was, it could be adding one show to your calendar. It could be that you made some phone calls. If you set any goal and you met your goal, can you please stand up? Every stinking one of you should have set some goal and met the goal. Okay, I'm going to point to you and you're going to tell me, and you could be sitting down and I'm still going to make you do it. Tracy set a goal and met it.
I didn't mean it.
She made the training.
Yeah, I made it to training 2 months in a row. Okay, I'm going to point to somebody else.
At least one quick start, and I almost did 2.
Woo! That is so good. Okay, I'm going to point to you.
I had 2 months where everything was canceled, and so finally I had my largest show and my most sales.
There you go. So 2 months of nothing, and then she had her highest show ever and her highest month ever. So good. Okay.
I went to a family function. I went to a family function and I told my husband I was going to sell at least 1 piece of jewelry. And I sold a keep it personal with 2 charms.
So you sold 3. So good.
It's 3 odd numbers.
That is 3. Okay. You said a goal. What was it?
I filled my calendar for this month.
Tell everybody what you did this month. You got your...
Got my first commission check.
That's always a really great goal. That's a good goal. All right, y'all give everybody a hand. Y'all did awesome. That's what I did. Nikki sent out a newsletter. See? It could be just being here tonight, or it could be something bigger. That's my goal. Christy's goal is a 2 diamond, almost 3, is going to be to send out a newsletter. It will be a big day. Okay, open your calendars real quick. We're going to do calendar catch up. Okay, it's September. Holla. Okay. So, did y'all see the promotion going on in the month of September for jewelry ladies? Who loves that? Y'all love that one? Okay, listen. For every $1,000 that you sell, whether you sell it through a catalog show, somebody calls you to order a birthday present, you do a home show, whatever, for every $1,000 that you sell, you get $100 in jewelry from Premier. Okay? If you also, so if you sell $6,000 in the month of September, how much free jewelry do you get? $600. Okay, that's very nice. Okay. Also, if you sponsor somebody who buys the kit, they're going to double that. So if you had a $2,000 month and you sponsor somebody, instead of $200 in free jewelry, how much would you get? $400. If you sponsor somebody and you sell $6,000 worth of jewelry, how much free jewelry do you get? Shut up! You are so good. It's amazing. Okay, so sell in the month of September. That is, though, you have to have everything submitted by Friday, September 26th. Friday, September 26th. And if you sponsor somebody with the kit, you also have to have them submitted their jeweler number by midnight on Friday, September 26th. Okay? Okay, you're at training, and today is September 8th. In 2 weeks, on September 22nd, we have what? Fun to share. Okay. Raise your hand if you don't know what fun to share is.
Oh, you don't? I think that you do.
Oh, you were at fun to share.
I was there, but I wasn't.
On that same Monday. Okay, next Monday is Fun to Share in St. Augustine, which is awesome. I love that. But we are going to be having Fun to Share at my house on September 22nd, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be cookout. Although it could always change. Maybe I'll do enchiladas. Like hell.
Maybe she could order pizza.
Or I may order pizza. It depends on how the day is going. Okay? But this is what we do. Bring your prospects. That's what it's there for. So Heather brought, we actually had several prospects there this last month. Heather brought hers. She signed up the next day. Was it? Yeah. Okay? Because when they're there, listen, when you break bread with people and you're eating with people, it's just so fun to build relationships. We have a good time. We share the business. And then they just kind of see that we're not just all stuffy, that we actually are real people and that we are a family and we're here to support you, okay? So it's an awesome thing to do. It's fun to come to. So I want to see you there with a prospect on September 22nd, all right?
What time is that again?
That is 6:30 to 8:30. 6:30 to 8:30. Okay, I don't think I'm forgetting anything else in September. Okay, move over to October. We have, for our leaders and guests, we have Haven of Hope coming up. So give a clap if you're going to Haven of Hope. That is awesome. Every year we do a leadership retreat, and that's where the retreat is this year. Next year it will probably be like a beach or something, but this year it's Haven of Hope, which is awesome. I'm so excited. It's our first time going, which is huge. And that is October 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th. But they all know that because they had to buy plane tickets. And our training is on Monday, October 13th, right here in this room. Monday, October 13th. And then 2 weeks after that, we have Fun to Share on Monday, October 27th. But before that, back up 2 days. On Saturday, October 25th, is a day that should be etched in your mind forever, because it is what? Raise your hand if you bought a ticket to Jewel School already. Oh, stop it. How many? Stand up. Stand up. You get a Coke or Canada Dry. Yes, you do. Who bought their ticket? Okay, now listen. You've got to go buy your tickets right now because the price goes up October 11th. And also, anybody who's bought their tickets prior to October 11th is going into a drawing. We now actually not have just Gail an executive director, but Linda Jones just promoted to executive director. So we have 2 executive directors, which are the big wigs in Premier, coming to Jewel School. So you don't want to miss it. And Gail Foster is hilarious and kind of crazy. And Linda is going to give you nuts and bolts. Gail's going to make you laugh. So that is coming up October 25th. So you've got double whammy. Double whammy. Okay. Raise your hand if you're going to buy a Jewel School ticket tonight. Hey! Raise your hand if you're going to buy a Jewel School ticket tonight. Woo! Yes, you are. Scott said he was buying 4 tonight. Good job. Okay, that's all you need to know right now. Put them away.
Jewel school's from 9 to 5.
It is from 10 to 4.
9 to 4.
10 to 4. 10 to 4. And you got to sign up for a class when you do it, and that description is on the website. Okay. If y'all want more information, ask Jonathan.
What if you want to go to both of them?
You can only pick one.
They're at the same time, so
I know.
you'd have to be
Okay, I'm super
doppelganger.
excited because we have a guest, somebody training who has built an incredible business.
She has pregnancy brain. She just doesn't function well. Sorry.
I'm going to start staring at you like a teacher. When you're talking next. Okay, now listen. Chris, do you want to talk about incubator? Yes. I'm going to use proximity and sit by them.
She's the trainer.
Doing talking.
She's warming up. Go warm up. Okay, so what should I say about this girl? She's pregnant. She's pregnant. That is true. Okay, so Megan and I'll just give a little history real quick. So Megan and I met when I was very pregnant, and she just happened to be at a jewelry party. So lots of your prospects would be at your jewelry party, okay? And she was there, and she, at the time, had 2 sweet little babies, and she has also been a teacher.
She's a nice girl.
Really pretty, and
She's married?
okay, I'm just kidding. She's a designer, okay, because her first year of her business, she like totally rocked out, and she's still rocking. She's been a jeweler for about 15 months or so, and she has like almost 20 people in her 10-10-10, and she just keeps sharing what she knows about Premier and learning along the way, and so she's just been a great example of putting your heart into your work and not giving up. So I can't wait to hear what you have to say. Y'all give her a big welcome. She's a designer. Did I say that?
Yes.
She wants to be a one diamond. Did you hear that? I'm trying.
Alright, so I'm going to share sponsoring today. Lacey asked me to share with all of you. So hopefully I will help you when you're thinking about that. So I have a little sheet.
No, thank you.
I'll wait till everybody has it.
I know, that's
There's a couple typos, so I'm not good at proofreading on it, but I can add pictures and whatever.
So would it be better for her to leave the teacher part?
I'm telling you, I became a worse speller when I became a teacher, and I got all paranoid about it. So I'd write on the board like real slow. So all you got fast.
I can grab the right
I need a minute. So you guys, as you get your sheet, so the first thing, when I thought back to the 15 months in Premier, my first year, I sponsored 11 girls in my first level. I tried to think, and Lacey asked me what work with the girls that actually decided to join Premier, what were the things I learned through that process, did not do, or to do, and what helped me along that path. And then the first thing that mattered, or I felt like that is easy to lose sight. Sometimes we have a personal goal, whether it is to become a sewer, or a designer, or however that is, or to share the business. I think sometimes we're so focused on our own goals, we kind of forget that they're only joining Premier for their goals. Like, it has nothing to do with me. They might have an incentive to sign by a certain date if they're thinking about it. You might be able to say something like that with them, like, hey, I'll be a designer if you just make your decision by Friday, whatever. But when you're actually sharing the business, it's about their goals. Why would Premier work in their life and with their family, and how could they meet those goals? It's really helpful to actually have a calendar. A lot of women, all women, are very busy, whether it's with their current job, their children, whatever they're already doing. It's hard to imagine adding something else to their life. So I really feel like when I sit down and use the OP with ease, does everybody know where to find that? Yeah. Does anybody not know? It's on the Rockstars webpage. So if you look at sponsoring, And it's really, really easy. You just follow it straight through. It helps you so you won't skip over something and miss something. It keeps it personal, and then you actually know what their whys are. So that's another part of it, is it's really important to know why they're joining Premier. So if it's for spiritual goals, personal goals, for friendships, for money, whatever it is, when you're looking at that calendar, you actually can focus on how they can meet that goal. So if they need, when I joined, I needed $1,000 a month. So Christy said, all right, that means we need 5 parties, 6, something like that a month. And she actually said, look in your calendar, do you think you see 5 spots, you can actually do that. And when I felt, it made the goal attainable to me. So I really think caring about them, being encouraging, and making the goals tangible, real, that's where the calendar kind of comes into play. Next one is an attitude. You actually have to believe in yourself as a leader before anybody else would ever want to be led by you. So you really need to make sure that you're not perfect as a leader, and you're going to be insecure about things, but it's okay to believe that you are capable of doing that. So one, you need to have your own defined goals. You need to know why you're in Premier, because they're going to ask you if you've met your goals. They're going to ask you why you're in Premier, what you love about Premier, all of those types of things. You want to make sure your attitude's where it should be and that the purpose is there. Another thing that really helped me, and Christy did this a lot, kept me in check with a running list of prospects, always. I think every time I saw this face, like, where's your list? So that list can be somebody you just know from life before you ever were in Premier, somebody you are in church with, somebody that babysits all of your friends' children. So Audrey never went to a party, but I thought of her and thought Premier would be great for her. It can be the women that you've met at parties. But it's so easy to kind of forget about somebody who maybe you had a hard time keeping contact with, or they said, talk to me later, or you really thought they'd be great at it, but they weren't thinking that same thing. But if you remember, they're going to be somebody you're going to invite to a fun to share, invite to trading. Hey, come with me for girls' night. So that way you're always remembering to include them. Prospects are everywhere. So you want to listen when people talk, which is a good life skill in general. But actually listen if they're saying, you know, the friends that I invited that before I was in Premier are the ones that were like me. I need extra money. I can't figure out how to stay at home with my kids and figure this out at the same time. You know, they all had the same struggles that I had that made me, but just by listening to them made me know. I know the difference between my friend who has no desire for anything like that and the friend who really would help. Doesn't mean you can't share with all of them, but there's certain ones that you actually know they're seeking and looking for something. So another one, use your survey. Does everybody use their survey? I wouldn't probably know half of my prospects at my parties without my surveys. Somebody will circle 5 or up and then not say one word to me and leave the party. So if I do not look at my survey before they have left, I have no clue until I get home. If I look at the survey, I can hand them a brochure. I can actually say, you said you're interested. Do you have questions for me before you leave today? Can I call you in 2 days? And actually set up an appointment. I think I brought them with me. So I made these on Vistaprint. You don't have to have these. But I made like little, kind of like an appointment card that you get at the doctor. And if somebody says, I'm really interested, yes, I'd like to talk to you, I will write down, Tuesday at 7 o'clock I'm going to call you, and then give this to them and put it in my calendar. So I actually remember to call them. They remember that I'm going to call them. And it makes it just more official and legitimate. It's not like a random, like maybe in a couple days, just give me a call when you feel like it. It's actually legit. You can look at those if you want. It's just like an appointment card. There's nothing else snazzy about it.
We can
But
make
it has my
you
contact
some, we
information.
can make you some snazzy ones.
Yeah, definitely make me some snazzy ones. With, yes, instead of boring gray. All right. So another thing, I'll mention it later, but whenever somebody does show interest in Premier at a party, that's also my first sign that they need to book a party. Because if they are not going to be a prospect and join Premier, they're going to be a great hostess. The other thing I added at the bottom is always book a show. The reason I always book a show is that's also a deadline to be their training show. So if they need time to think about it, Joanna's actually one that I did this with. We booked her party in December. She took like 4 months to consider Premier. I mean, it was a while. But that was her deadline, and she made that decision by her party. So it was either, do you want to make the profit and have this be your training show, or I will just come and do it myself. What's your decision? And she made the decision beforehand because she doesn't want to have two parties. So if she's really considering it, that gives her kind of a date to make her decision by. All right, and
Is that on that OP with Ease form that you use? You know?
to book her party?
Like, what's the date that you?
No.
No. It's
But it should be, yes.
That is a great.
It really
Can you
should.
take
Somebody should work on that.
Revise that.
I unfortunately haven't.
Just
But
rename.
yeah, it sounds
Easier
weird.
to rename things than to edit.
Jonathan, can you put that on there?
Somebody will work on it.
All right, so the other one is no's are part of the process. No's are not personal. I've had some really great friends join other direct sales companies. Why they have watched me work my tail off for Premier, and what I think is do fairly well at it. So it's okay. This wasn't for them. For whatever reason, they didn't want to be in Premier, and it's not personal. They're not making that decision because of me. And so then other people, when you go through an entire OP with somebody and you share it with them, it's okay to be no. We need customers and we need hostesses. So we don't need everybody to be in Premier. So it's not just, I think it's easy to get defeated and you feel like it's something you're doing wrong all the time. And it's really not. It's just life. Not everybody's going to say yes. So the other thing is when somebody does say no, ask her to be a referral for you. If she meets somebody that she thinks great for, can she please refer them to you? Things like that. Can she be a great hostess for you? Be excited that she's going to have a different role in your Premier business instead of being a prospect. Second one, or fourth, it's the second A. Act fast. So you really want to reach out within 48 hours with anybody who shows interest in the business. That's why on the card, I usually, if I had a Saturday party, usually Monday or Tuesday, I'm going to ask them when I can call on one of those 2 days. So they're still excited, they're still thinking about it, and they've not got back into their regular routine, and then they're going, never mind, I can't handle this, this is too much to think about. They're still considering it and pondering it. They've probably talked about it with whoever, with their spouse or somebody else close to them. So you want to do it quick. Don't let distance, kids, any of that stuff get away, or keep you from talking to them. So I was talking about this on the way here. Most of my sponsoring has actually been over the phone. Because it's just life. We're at home with our kids at 8 o'clock, they're in bed, and I can actually talk to you. So if that works, I'm not going to wait 2 weeks to try to meet up with you. Like, I'm going to call you at 8 o'clock at night when I can actually pay attention to what you're saying. And that's how Christy, and it probably just helped because that's how Christy did my OP. So it's comfortable. I email the OP with Ease to them ahead of time. I say, grab your email address. I might email a couple other things about Premier, depending on what I gave or how we met in the beginning. And then I say, can you print it out? And we walk through it together with the phone, just like we're face-to-face. So don't let any of those obstacles or circumstances make you feel like you need to wait longer. There's no reason to do that. You can just call them and work that out. Sometimes it's easier. They're in the comfort of their home. If they need to call you back, they can talk to their spouse, ask a question. You know, it's all right there. So don't let that keep you from. You can still be personal that way. Making sure your presentation is duplicable. If you walk in and it is so difficult what you're doing, or it looks really overwhelming, I can't imagine anybody wanting to be in Premier. When, I will never forget, at the jewelry party that I went with Christy. She's like, getting nervous, okay?
Yeah, I'm like,
She said to me, so here I am, a previous teacher, I really do not want to go back into the classroom. I want to be with my babies. I don't want to be overwhelmed with all the crazy new things they're introducing in the classroom. And she says, I do the same thing every time. Anybody can do this. And I thought, oh my God, I only had to plan one lesson? That's like how I think. One, and I do the same thing every time. Like I can do, and there's a script. She has this thing, and she doesn't even know what letter comes next. She can just look at it like that. That is all the things I'm thinking, because I'm not a direct, like I've never seeked out direct sales. I can do that. I believed her when she said, anybody could do this. This is what I do. And it also made me think that I'm not working at home. I do it one time, I plan it, I figure it out, and I leave and I go. So when I'm home, I'm home. Like, so make sure it is actually something people can see themselves doing. It's simple, it's easy. That helps you, yourself, and it also helps them envision themselves in your shoes. The big money sponsoring activity is what I personally use. I don't know, is that what most people use? I meant to bring them with me, but the big dollar bills with questions on the back? No? Okay.
I didn't know there were questions.
Is that what's called Ask It Basket? Oh.
It's good, ask about it.
I really wish I brought it, I totally forgot.
You can print those off the.
It's just big Premier $100 bills, and on the back there are 10 questions. There's 10 bills and a question on each one. It's like,
Do you make deliveries?
yes, do you make deliveries? Do you make money off of people in Premier? How do you learn? Do you keep inventory? Simple, so the Ask It Basket, which I guess is on the site.
Yeah.
One thing I do think that does help is doing that first. So in the beginning of your presentation, before you start even getting into the P and so on, whatever you're doing, do that first. I happen to be the one who played the game, which is always good. Whoever your volunteer is probably, doesn't mean other people aren't, but they're your extrovert. They don't mind getting in front of people. It kind of helps you figure out that person in the crowd, and they actually probably are curious about what you're about to play. So, but that doesn't mean to discount anybody else. But I sat there and I held that money and I looked at the questions and I thought about it the whole time. So the entire presentation, I had it all in front of me to think about, ponder. So when she did say things like, I do this at the same time, I was thinking, oh, so she made this much and she does this at the same time. Like I actually was processing that throughout the entire party. So I was able to connect those things together. Am I talking?
So can you share?
So can you tell us like step by step how you do that? So do you pass out every $100 bill or no?
No. Okay, so here you go, Anna. This is why I meant to bring them. I was going to do. All right. It's kind of like, I mean, you guys have definitely seen other people do this. All right, so these are 100. So these are the $100 bills, or big money. That's why I call it big money, but I guess is it called big money
Well, so
technically?
there's also big money, which may be what you guys are thinking of, big money, little money, which is like this, the panties, selling panties versus selling toys.
I have no idea what she's talking about.
Okay, you missed that training.
That
It's really funny, you should all watch that one. But you're talking about,
Ask It Basket.
like the ask about your, no, what do I call it? I don't call it big money.
I call it Ask It Basket. Because it's the Ask It Basket.
No, but this is, so show them.
Okay, so they're dollar bills that are like sort of the size with questions, and they just look like big $100 bills. So I'm like, all right, Joanna, because she volunteered, well, who wants to be the jewelry lady for a couple minutes? And Joanna does. And if nobody says it, I say, okay, you like, I don't, if somebody will do it. So ask somebody up.
They don't call out.
I don't mind calling people out, but.
Yeah, if you don't get out, you can always offer like a ticket. I do. But
Yes,
everybody's
it's
like,
always to be,
like, I'll give you extra $2.
like, you're gonna get money, like, come on. All right, so, you're just decided to join Premier. And it's your first week in Premier, and you can pick any day you want to work the schedule. So what day or night would you like to work?
Thursday.
Thursday. I love Thursdays because it's like the weekend, but it's not really. So, they're the best attendance I get at least.
Yeah.
But, all right, so it's Thursday. Let's say she has an average Premier retail party, which is about $400, and then I also refer people to my my hood-in house of my last 10 home shows, so they can actually see what my retail looks like. So it is for real. I'm not making the numbers up.
Do you have that printed on the blackboard?
I do. And it's not updated. So I tell them, I promise it's like the same. She had a $400 retail party, and she makes 50% of everything she sells. So she's going to make, and usually they never figure it out, but it's $200. And she gets to take that home and do whatever she wants with it. In the beginning, I asked what they would do with $500, so she said go on a cruise. I said she can put it in her cruise bucket or something. And in the second week in Premier, again, you get to pick your calendar. So what day?
On Saturday.
All right, so Saturday she's gonna have brunch with some girls at Panera, and she's gonna have a $600 retail party and earn. All right. Then the third week in Premier, she doesn't have time to put anything on her schedule and commit to it. She actually has a PTO event to go to for Avery, but she's gonna wear her doily earrings, which I always sell when I'm wearing, and an entire ensemble. So what? One of the moms is gonna say, "Where did you get your jewelry? I love it. It's so pretty."
I'm a jewelry lady.
Yes, just like that. And she's like, and she's like, well, where did you get it? So how, do you make
Premier
it?
Designs, I can so hook you up.
Okay, so I can get the whole ensemble. Like, how much does that usually cost? How much do you want mine? She can sell it off her neck, which is totally fine. Or, so she sells $100 worth of jewelry, and I say she makes a $50 bill. Alright, so your 4th week in Premier, again, you get to pick your calendar. What day are you going to work?
Sunday afternoon.
Alright, so Sunday afternoon, she's going to have a $500 retail party and make, right, so she already has a 50, so I'm going to give her 200 more, so you had 100 there. Alright, so now she has worked 4 weeks in Premier. So her first 4 weeks, she's actually worked 3 events, which were maybe about 3 hours long, so 9 hours total. And she went to PTO events, which she was going to do anyway, and made how much? Can you add?
$800.
I can. So $800 divided by 9 hours, and that's what it looks like exactly to be a jewelry lady. That's kind of, so that's, I like to do that in the beginning. I let her hold the money. I give her all 10 of them. And then at the end, we pass out the dollar bills, and I have somebody ask each question on the back.
Okay.
So,
Okay, wait. Live bulb.
Okay.
Okay, so what she just did was called big money.
Yeah.
Not big money, little money, just big money. Okay, then she hands them to her, the girl holds them. So she'll be holding them, and they have questions already on the back.
But I don't do that until the end. Like, I'm like collecting the raffle tickets. That I'm gonna raffle real quick. You say the questions.
Okay, so then you, at the end, you pass them all out. There's
I have Joanna share them with everybody.
8 questions, she hands them out. If there aren't 8 people there, what do you do?
Oh, I can go if somebody gets 2.
There you go, okay. And then they ask the questions while you're like passing out.
I'm doing the raffle. I'm like, all right. I'm like spinning the bucket.
And so they're saying, oh, how many nights do you have to work?
Yes, and I say for my family, I do 4 to 6 parties.
Do you have screen inventory?
Nope, I don't. Everything on the table's mine to wear.
Well, I would highly recommend if you've never done Ask a Basket, do it.
Yes.
I'm thinking I should go back to that. 'Cause
I know,
I've seen a lot of people doing that.
Well, what I love is that she took the big money, which displays that it doesn't have to take over your life. And then people are wondering these questions in their
And then say,
head.
do you make deliveries? That's the other one. You need to print them off and just tape them on the back. Or if you don't want to, just print them and hand them out and say real quick. And I always said, you have 2 minutes to ask me 10 questions. Go.
Right, I'm like, quick. Let's
You
just do
just
this.
make it really fast.
Love it.
Memorize the answers.
The
Break
most
the new
difficult
jewelers,
question to
they can
answer
memorize
from
the
an Ask
answers.
a Basket is how much does it cost?
I mean, really.
And the
And what
answers
are-
are on Ask a
I'm still
Basket.
struggling, but I generally say a few $100s, and that includes all of your startup stuff to get ready and Premier with your receipts.
Exactly. So I say it depends on how much jewelry you want. That's all I say.
Okay, so those questions are listed as Ask It Basket labels,
The
and
answers are in there.
it's actually a label that you can print out.
Okay, what do you, there's answers on it?
Yes, there's.
There's
In
an
your
answer.
jeweler case.
Well, no, a good guide to the beginning, like good ways to answer, because
Yeah.
sometimes, but so,
I love it.
I think that is
Who's
very
gonna
helpful.
do that?
I am. I will try to post it to, I mean, I probably could just scan my dollar bill for people to print or something.
There,
Unless there's one already.
there's a bad scanned dollar bills on there. I need to get those
I don't know
big
if mine's
green.
high quality.
There's-
I have mine on the back with
It works.
$2.
Yeah, those green dollars are somewhere. I don't know where they are.
I think
We
that might be
eliminate
it.
dollar
Alright, so
bills.
that is the big, what I call big money. But I really do think it helps. I've forgotten and I've done it at the end, and it really helps in the beginning. I always get way more questions, way more interest when I have given them the entire time to think about it.
I love it.
Alright,
So
the other
you do
one,
big money in the beginning.
yes.
And then you do
Before I
that.
even do P is for Premier.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, so like it's, welcome everybody, everybody introduce themselves, and then I say, okay, before we get started, I need one person to do the jewelry lady for a minute.
What do you do for?
What about lamb?
I don't have it.
We don't have any.
Oh, okay. I don't have any money.
Then take it out.
Yeah, what's, mine has months or you dream of. Okay, yeah.
Just don't
See,
do it.
when I do dream job, I generally give my testimony. I say, I did not go to college to be a jewelry lady, it was not my dream job, but now it is, it meets my family's needs. That's how I do it, I don't have it now.
It's the same thing, it is now.
Yeah.
Money or whatever, but it's that. Okay, but that means dreams.
But I would wait till it gets to the point where they're just asking. All right, last one. I already said this. Put them on the calendar so they have a deadline. Those are the things that when I really thought about the prospects that followed up with me, or I got clear-cut answers, did they want to, did they not? Like I felt like it gave me, not good, closure, so I knew where we were in our relationship. I think there's lots of other great at sponsoring, but feel free to ask me about any of this stuff.
Good job. Good tip. Okay, now we're gonna have Miss Carly Michael. But it's not spelled, it says like Kel, and I always say that in my head. Okay, Carly, come here. Carly teaches what grades? Third, fourth, and fifth science and math. Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm not that smart. Not anything I would teach. Okay, she teaches that at Stephen Foster. I'm sorry, I know all this. It's coming out. But listen, I want you to know, Carly, what month did you start? May. Okay, Carly has started in May, and you've sponsored three, and then your other people have sponsored three. So she has a total of 6 people already. And now, it took me 18 months to have that many, and mine's in 10. She's done it in 3. Aren't you proud? You can either be really happy for her or really jealous. But what Carly got married not long ago. Yes. Okay, and she also owns a very huge Etsy shop, which has super cute monogram.
I like to see that stuff like this.
Yeah, look how cute she did this. Okay. So listen, I wanted, Christy and I were talking, and Carly came up as a girl to really give you guys a jeweler testimony from a new jeweler perspective. She signed up and immediately came to Rally. Okay, like a month later, pretty much. So up for a trip. Yeah. Okay. So, but I want you to hear her perspective about what Premier has done in her life in just a few short months, and then also I'm telling you a little bit about how Rally affected that as well. So y'all give Carly a hand. Running shoes. Yes.
Okay, I saw one trainer like, yeah, you have to use it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'll use it. Okay, so I'm Carly. It's nice to meet all of you. I've prepared this in about 15 minutes, so we'll see how it goes. But I decided, I guess we've been trying to figure out when the first jewelry party I went to was. I think it was like February, maybe, I don't know, February, March, January. I don't know, sometime. But I decided like on a whim to kind of go to this jewelry party. It was for a lady that I used to nanny for in college. And at first I was like, yeah, I'll go. I think Christy put something on the invite, like the first 5 to sign up gets something free. So I was like, yes. And then as I got closer, I was like, no, I'm not really going to go. I don't know anybody except Bridget. You know, it'll just be kind of awkward. So then, anyways, in the end, I was like, whatever, I like jewelry. I'm going to go see Bridget and probably buy some jewelry. So as I'm leaving, you know, my husband's like, okay, don't buy too much. I'm like, okay, got my cash. I took my cash. And I don't remember exactly what he said, but I think it was something like, don't come home wanting to sell that stuff, or something like that. So little did he know the Lord had bigger plans for both of us. So when I got to Bridget's house, I walked in, I was immediately greeted by Christy, and so we started chatting, kind of hit it off right away, realized we went to the same church, which is crazy. I think like a lot of us go to the same church, but it's kind of a bigger atmosphere, and so you don't know as many people. So we started chatting. I was like, oh, this is great. Tried on some jewelry, of course, love that. So sat through the jewelry show. I was like, wow, this is so fun. I mean, I literally knew no one except Bridget. We're like, I think we played some kind of game.
It was the first night I did
Ensemble Wars. So I'm like, I'm very competitive. I'm like, we gotta win this. She didn't even let my team win, and I was like, golly. So anyways, we had a great time. At the end of that show, she was talking about, Premier and the business. I honestly did not even know that Premier was a Christian-based company. I had no idea. And so that was really neat for me to hear that, and to hear that their money is going towards something that makes a difference. And I thought that was really cool. I'm like, if I'm going to buy jewelry, I want to buy it from a company that's going to give back. So I filled out the survey, and I'm like, this is really cool. I'm like, this is not for me right now, to sell it. I have a lot going on. I'm a full-time teacher, newly married, have this Etsy thing going on. And so I'm like, no. But I was like, I'll buy some jewelry, and I'll host a party because she's fun. So I, fill out my survey or whatever. So I'm checking out, and she's like, "Oh, girl." She's like, "I'm gonna give you 10% off your order if you meet me for coffee." And I'm like, "Okay, sure." 10% off. That sounds great. And so little did Christy know at that time, I had been praying for a woman to come into my life. Hopefully I won't get emotional. I cry at Publix commercials, so it's fine. To come into my life that was kind of a step ahead of me, that had some children and was married, and just, I really wanted somebody that I could watch raise their family and just kind of mentor me. And so I was like, oh man, maybe this is the woman. I don't know. I don't want to turn her down. So anyways, it took a couple of weeks because I had a lot going on. I kept canceling on her, which I feel bad about now, but it's okay. I was like, I promise I don't hate you. So anyways, we finally met up for a Pizookie, which was awesome. And she just kind of shared about the business of Premier, the heart of Premier. I got to learn more about it, learn about what it meant to be a jewelry lady, and we just got to hang out, which was super fun. And so at this point, obviously my husband knew that I was going to meet with her, and he was, obviously men are a little skeptical about things. But when I first came home from that jewelry party, I brought her 5 home shows thing that Megan was telling about. I was like, man, first of all, this is a great company, and second of all, you actually make money, which is really cool. And so I know that a lot of people get into Premier for the money, which is a great thing. And at this point, I'm like, not necessarily drawn to it because of the money, but I'm like, if you're going to do it, you actually make money, which was, really cool. So he was like, okay, you can go hang out. I'm like, she's really cool, and she's nice. I think we'll like them. So anyways, we need some friends. So we sound pathetic, we're not. But anyway, so I go, and I'm like, man, this is really cool. So that was probably March at this point. I don't know, March-ish. So we scheduled my party, because I told her I'd book a party in May. So she's like, no pressure, just if you want to do it, you should sign up by your training show. So I was like, yeah, that makes sense. So my husband and I thought a lot about it, prayed a lot about it, and I was like, you know what? Why not? Let's just give it a shot, see how it goes. It's not something that you're stuck in for 18 years if you hate it. And it's fun. You get to meet people, eat brownies, and drink lemonade, and show jewelry, which I was like, this is so fun. So anyways, it was pretty close to my training show, actually. I waited a long time to decide, but I decided to sign up, and I missed all those crazy cool promotions that came right after the $200, but that's okay. So after that, I invited, tons of people. A lot of people from work came, which I was really excited about, because a lot of people at my work know that I'm a Christian, a believer, but they don't know Jesus themselves, and so I'm like, they're going to come and get to hear Jesus. And that's really what I love about Premier, is that going into people's houses, you get to share the hope of Christ with people that probably have no idea that that's what they're going to hear at a jewelry show. So anyways, I had my training show. I was really excited. A lot of people came. I had some family come from my hometown. Had a really fun show. Got 3 bookings. Was excited. On my way to Quick Start 6. So after that, I guess I had a couple shows before Rally. So I had my sister's show, and at this point, she was kind of thinking about signing up to be a jewelry lady. And I'm like, yes. I'm like, we can go to Texas if you sign up together. And I'll interject here. This was crazy, because little did I know that my husband was actually, I was like, oh, that would be cool to go to Texas, that'd be fun. And he was trying to plan that for me as a surprise so I could go. So now he's on board. I know, so cute. You're watching short. No, I'm just kidding. He was like, is this going to be live stream? I'm like, no, you're not watching this. Yeah, I know. So anyways, he was trying to plan that, and then he realized my sister was thinking about signing up, and he knew that we would want to go together. So she ended up signing up. She has a very successful job, but just thought it was really fun as well, and something to do, and get out and meet people. And so she said, sure. So we kind of at the last minute decided to go to Rally, which I'm so glad that we did. It was such a fun experience. If you've never been, everybody tells you, oh, bring your tissues, it's going to be so great. And so I was like, okay, I had no idea what to expect, but it was true. Honestly, they talked far more about everything else and way less about jewelry, which was awesome to me. And it was so cool to go and just hear the heart of the company and what their focus was on. It was so neat to meet the missionaries and see where a lot of the money was going. To just hear from all of the people was just amazing. But one of my favorite parts about Rally, I think, was the theme, Count It All Joy. And I've seen a lot of things, so I don't know if that's the theme for the year, the whole life. Yes. So I thought that was really cool, because they talked about the joy of everything, the joy of serving, the joy of sponsoring, the joy of training. And they talked a lot about that, and I feel like a lot of times we find joy in our circumstance, which is so funny. Our pastor yesterday was talking about how we often find rest and peace in our circumstances, and I think we do that in all aspects of our life, joy as well. And so when we're having really, great time, we're so happy and joyful, and then when things aren't going so well, we're like, this is pitiful, I lost my joy, I'm not happy. And it's so true, and it's the same thing in our business. Like if we have, a retail show that's $1,000, we're like, yes, I'm so joyful. And then you have a retail show of like 50, and you're like, that's not even a show. Let me buy something. Okay, so I just feel I don't know, help us, sister. So anyways, that really stuck with me throughout the whole rally, and just coming back thinking about how I can just be joyful in all circumstances in my life, no matter what. And I think that's really important to think about. So far I have sponsored 3 jewelers, which has just been incredible, honestly. But, I might not sponsor another jeweler for a long time, and that's going to be okay. I'm going to try. But that's going to be okay if I don't, because the Lord already knows who your next jeweler is. And we don't know that. And so I feel like we just need to trust in His plan. So we got back from rally. I'm trying to think when my other girls signed up. I feel like they already signed up at this point. But anyways, I had 2 other random jewelry shows. One lady, my good friend Melody, our pastor's wife, I had a jewelry show for her. Only 2 people came, and I was like, whatever, we're going to do this thing. Got a booking from 2 of those people, and Melody decided to become a jewelry lady as well. And then I took a random trip to Jacksonville to do a jewelry party for my cousin, because I'm like, hey, why not? And you get free jewelry, and I needed parties for my quick 6, and she loved it. Little did I know at that point she was about to quit her full-time job to do an internship in psychology for her last semester of college. And she was like, this is awesome. You make 50%, all this stuff. I could do this at night. And I'm like, yes! So she had just signed up. And I was like, oh my goodness, crazy. And I just feel like sometimes we don't even see our prospects, because we're focused on bigger things like meeting our quick 6 or something like that. And she was just so excited about it right from the beginning. So it's been a really neat journey so far. It's been really cool to see how Premier has met the needs of lots of different people in lots of different ways, whether it's financial or spiritual or anything. It's really, really cool to see how it has met the needs of people's lives. One quick story that I will tell you about counting it all joy. One girl in my downline, she's underneath my sister, so she's in my 2nd level. She went to a show the other night, and she's just been really excited. She sends me emails all the time about it. She was really nervous to sign up at first. She's like, I don't know, it's kind of expensive. I'm like, girl, please, you'll make that back in one show. And when she did. But anyway, she went to a show the other night. She posted this on the page, so you guys might have seen it. But she went to a show that had 1 person there. She was like, okay, I'm just going to keep with this. And she had a good attitude, like Megan was talking about. And she said, I'm just going to show this lady the jewelry. The lady said, I think when she came in, the lady was like, I don't even wear jewelry or something,
Awesome.
Like, whatever, I'm going to show it to you anyway. So she showed her the jewelry, and that lady bought $500 in jewelry. One lady. I'm like, that is amazing. That's not always going to happen to us, and I realize that. But if you have a positive attitude and just keep going, like, things are gonna eventually start to roll around for you. So I want to leave you guys with a Bible verse. And I feel like this is James 1:2-4. I feel like a lot of times we read the first part of this verse, which says, consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds. But the last part of the verse says, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Let perseverance finish its work so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything. So I hope that you guys will hold true to that verse and really keep just counting it all joy through all aspects of your life, and especially in your Premier business.
Listen, I gotta tell you, this is funny. So when Carly finally met me at BJ's, finally, you're like, hey, it's my word, girls, come on. And so she's like, so I'm a school teacher, and then I run this Etsy business. And I was like, just curious. Okay, so you always need to ask, how much money do you make? It's a question that I ask everybody. So I'm like, okay, just curious. How much do you make, a month in the Etsy business? Thinking, really? Okay. So she's like, hold on. So she gets her phone out, and she's, scrolling through. Well, so far this month, we've made, But then I twisted her arm. So you never know.
And Christy told me that. Christy, she's like, she owns a Etsy store. I was like, oh. Oh, okay. She's making $30 a month, right? Who owns an Etsy store? Like, oh my goodness! I didn't even know that. What do you sell? Oh.
Like a little
Oh my gosh.
Hey, yeah. I didn't know that. I own an Etsy store too. It's in drawings. I give my drawings. Nobody awesome.
Oh, that is good.
This was not made for you. Okay. That was so good. Y'all give her a hand. I feel like I need round here is all right, listen. So the reason our theme is Canada, if y'all didn't know, I think I forgot to tell you that. But it's Canada because where's the designer trip this year? Who thinks that Canada is unattainable for you? Raise your hand. Oh, it's so not. And I'm about to tell you how to do it. Who wants to know how to get to Canada? Who's ever really been to Canada? Oh, well, we're all jealous. Well, you live like a mile from us. Yeah, she lived in Canada. Okay, so listen, the design, she's with Celine's back upstairs. Okay, listen. The designer trip, you can choose between two places. You can go to Vancouver or you can go to Quebec City. Okay? So we're going to have a little team playing trivia thing in just a second. I will want to go to Quebec City because it's like little France, and I've never been to France either, so it's like two birds with one stone. Okay. But this is what I want to do is I'm going to issue you a little challenge. And I train on these conference calls with other people, and y'all don't ever hear what I say, so I'm going to tell you this. And I'm going to challenge you with this, and it's called the Game of 7. You're going to write it down. I don't have a handout. All right, it's called the Game of 7. It's all a numbers game. Sponsoring is all a numbers game. Okay? Will you sponsor anybody if you don't share with anybody? No. Can you share with people and not sponsor? Yes. It's a numbers game. Typically, they say 1 in every 5 people that you share Premier with will sign up. Now, does that mean that you could share with 25 people and none of them sign up? Yes. Does that mean that the next 5 people you share with, they all sign up? Yes. Could that happen? Yes. Statistically, 1 in every 5 people who you share with will sign up. Now, I will tell you that my personal sponsoring business does like this. Does anybody feel that way? Yeah. Okay, so I will go and I will literally sponsor 3 people in 1 month. That happened in June. And then how many have I sponsored since then? None. I haven't sponsored anybody in like 3 months, okay? So I go and I'll sponsor 3, and then I won't sponsor 3 for forever. And then I'll sponsor all of them in 1 month, and then I'll go a few months without sponsoring anybody. Am I still sharing with the same number of people? Yeah. I have my number, I have my goal that I'm going to share with every month, and I do it. I try to make that happen. And it just goes and ebbs and flows. And it's so annoying because I would like to sponsor 1 person a month. And I don't. I sponsor 3 and then none. And then 3 and then none. Okay, that's just how it goes. But this is a game of 7, so it's like this. You are going to think of 7 people. Yes. 7 people in 7 categories in 7 weeks. The game of 7. 7 people in 7 categories in 7 weeks. 7 times 7 is how many people? If you share with 49 people, how many people should you statistically sponsor?
4.9.
At least 7? Yes. Okay, I'm going to need volunteers. I'm going to need volunteers. These are the categories that you're going to choose from. 7 people from 7 categories. Come here, Afton. The first category you're going to pull from is And by the way, if you're trying to reach designer, you should be doing 1 show a week. Okay? So if you do 1 show a week, I just say that with love. And listen, if you do 1 show a week for the next 7 weeks, how many shows is that? 7, because this game lasts how long? This game lasts how long? 7 weeks. So 7 shows in 7 weeks is how many people from this category? 7 people from your jewelry shows. 1 person from every jewelry show that you're going to share with. And I drew more for you.
Actually, my daughter.
No, I did. That's the bag. That's the bag.
It's going up on Etsy tonight.
I need somebody else. Come here, babe. The next category is Facebook friends.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I'm going to tell you, we have downlines. We have people that we have sponsored in Alabama, in Georgia, in South Florida, in Tennessee. Do you know why we sponsor them everywhere? All because of Facebook. And this is why. Who is friends with me in here on Facebook? Okay. Do I throw up Premiere on Facebook?
No. Does she vomit Premiere on
The
Facebook?
answer is no. Oh no, do I puke it out? No, oh, sorry. Yes, I do throw it up every once in a while, but I don't puke it. Okay? Who is friends with somebody in another direct sales company and all you see from them is buy this, do this, this is awesome, I lost 25 pounds. Okay, it's so annoying. I don't want to see another picture of your body. Okay, listen.
I don't see their folks anymore.
Why? Because you hide it. To hide them. And that, if you do that, that's what people are doing to you. So usually it should be, I would say the same kind of rule, 1 in 5. Some people say 1 in 10. 1 in 5 posts that you do, that means pictures, status updates, anything, could be about your business. The other 4 need to be about real things, personal life.
Okay, I admit I puked during rally week.
And all, well, that's fine, that's different. And you want to be positive. Now listen, if somebody is thinking, have they been following you and they've been thinking about doing Premiere, and they needed something in their life, and you don't have a clue that they are thinking about it, and they're watching you, and everything's great about Premiere, and then all of a sudden you say, this thing doesn't work, or, oh, I'm so frustrated, I had another hostess cancel tonight. If you say that on Facebook, what's that person going to think right then? Oh, it doesn't work.
Don't want none of that.
Something else. And you've totally crushed any hope that they could have found in Premiere. Do not post negative things about your business, only positive. If you don't have anything nice to say, you better not say it at all. I'm spicy tonight. I'm so
Fake it till you make it. Fake it till you make it.
But I will tell you about these people that I've sponsored all over. It is not because I went and moved to those cities and I lived there and sponsored people. It is through Facebook because they watched me. They watched me over time, not in the first month of my business, but over a year or 2, and they contact you in their hour of need. And they say all the time, I get people from my past who I would never think. I just had an old friend of mine from middle school contact me. She lives in Michigan, okay? And she says, okay, I've been watching you with Premiere, I've been thinking about it for a little bit, and it seems like it'd be a good fit for me. Can you tell me more? I cannot even make this up. I'm like, sure, I'm gonna fly up to Michigan and sponsor you. But anyway, so I have a phone call with her, and I'll talk to her about Premiere. That's literally how we have sponsored people in lots of different regions.
Right.
Yeah. But I want you to find 7 people on Facebook. Don't prejudge that you want to share Premiere. Okay, next person. Okay. Oh, my daughter drew this one. It's better than
That is
mine.
way better than
You're going to pick 7 friends who are not in Premiere that you're going to share Premiere with. 7 friends who are not in Premiere. I don't think I know you. Hi, Always. Okay, this one, you're going to pick 7 people from different activities in your life. This could be church, or Zumba, or soccer, or bunko, or pole dancing, swim club, oh, hairdresser, oh, PTA, love it. Y'all are better than me. Okay, 7 people from activities. Next, you're going to pick 7 people from, oh, lot of hands in the air. Statistically, 1 out of every 9 hostesses you have will be a jewelry lady. 1 out of every 9. So you need to share with your hostesses. Okay, all right, the next one. This maple leaf is better. This is cell phone contacts, and this should be your home screen because this is your goal. Okay, I want you to go through your phone. You have random people. How many people have random people on their cell phone? We all do. You're going to pick 7 people who don't fit in any of these other categories to share Premier with. And our last one is? Our last one is?
Your neighbor.
Family.
Oh,
From the ages of 18 to 80. 7. Now here's the deal. If you say to me, I don't have 7 hostesses I want to share with, do you have to have 7 from every category? Or could you make up for it in another category? Sure. Absolutely. But you should have 49 names. Okay? Y'all give these ladies a Y'all can keep those
But where's the Etsy profit gonna come from, right?
Well, those are free. You can use them as advertising. Okay. Let me show you this really quick. Listen, I saw this the other day and I thought this was so good. So you know we have to have points once we're a designer. A designer is 7 people. How many people did I have stand up here? 7. So if one person from each category signed up, how many people would you have sponsored? 7. Do you need 49 people to sign up? No. You just need 7. Okay? So a designer equals 7 people sponsored in your first level and 36 home shows. That's designer. Once you do this, then you become really a big level of leadership in Premier. Okay?
36 home shows in how long?
Any 12-month period. 12 months prior to whenever you are today. Okay. Now you need 10,000 points to qualify to go on this trip. And when I tell you when Premier does trips, they don't just like, oh, here you are in this hotel in Canada. They do it very, very nice. Your food is taken care of. Your breakfast and lunch in Canada is taken care of. This like chateau thing that I can't pronounce. You
Lemon.
can stay there for free. And Premier, they'll have this big event Saturday night. It's nice. When Premier does something, they do it very first class. They don't do it shoddy. If they can take Florida people to Disney and just be impressed, then you know they're doing it good. Every morning was character breakfast. I mean, just crazy stuff, okay? So they do things first class. Now, to go on the trip, you have to have 10,000 points. You have to be a designer. You have to have 10,000 points. And I'm going to tell you how you earn points. But if you have 10,000 points, you still have a buy-on for you and another family member to take. Okay? It could be your child, your sister, your mother, your spouse, whoever. Okay? I think the buy-on is $600 a person. So $1,200 Canada trip is pretty good. Okay? Now, if you get up to 18,000 points, you're free, and so is the person you're taking. Okay? So that's not a huge difference. But I'm going to show you how you can start right now. The qualification period began in July. They start accumulating your points, and they go through the very end of February. Okay? But we're going to start from today. Now, you may have points already from July and August. You can add those in, but we're going to start from today about how you can earn those points, okay? Also, this is how you earn points. Points come from CV. Okay, CV stands for commission volume. To me, that just means wholesale, okay? So when you do a jewelry show, you know how when you submit the show and it says on there total CV? That's the half price of all the jewelry you sold, plus any hostess's half price items. Those two things fit together make your total CV, okay? You get a point for every CV dollar that you sell. That includes jewelry shows, catalog shows, individual orders, things like that. It also includes when you sponsor a new jeweler and she purchases the My Premier Boutique, that automatically is 475 CV points. That's big. If she purchases any add-ons on that, you again get CV points from that as well, okay? So I'm gonna show you here 2 ways. So say you wanna go to Canada, and by the way, in doing, oh my gosh. Oh, geez.
Try again.
There we go. Okay, in doing this, you will also reach designer, okay? So you're gonna have to write this down for me. Okay, we're gonna draw a column, otherwise known as a T-chart. Okay, and this side is going to be earning at least 10,000 points to go, and this side is going to be earning 18,000 points to be free. All right? You have 7 months from today. No, it's actually a little less than that, but we're going to say 7. Okay? Because it makes math easy. It pretty much is. It's a little bit less than that. So, to qualify to go, you need to do 4 shows a month. Your average retail in this is going to be $400 show. Super easy. A $400 show would be $1,600 retail, which equals how much CV? 800 CV.
Roughly, give or take.
Does everybody get that? Understand that?
Yeah.
Okay. You're going to do this a month. You're also going to do 1 catalog show a month. And this catalog show needs to be $300. If you have a $300 catalog show, how much CV is that? $150. Okay. You're also going to do some individual orders. Now, actually Megan Nairn is really good at this, and so whenever she does something, I usually try to copy it. So just follow her on Facebook. And she does these like flash sales on Facebook for her customers. What was the one you just did for your birthday? 30% off. Any catalog orders, 30% off. Those are just. Oh, well, those are just individual orders, but that's also so just steal them from her. She's making money and she's getting CV. So she just said in 24 hours, everything in the catalog is 30% off. And she was going to a football game. She wasn't even working, okay? They were just ordering. So you're going to get individual orders. You're going to get $200 in individual orders by doing fun stuff like that. Or somebody orders a birthday present. How much CV is that? That's 100 CV a month. And if you're going to sponsor 1 new jeweler from one of those 7 categories, and they are going to have to buy the kit, and it's going to be 475 CV. When you add all this up, that is 1,525 CV points per month times 7 months equals 10,675 points by the time you get to the end of February. You can go to Canada, because if you've sponsored 7 people over 7 months, and you've done 4 home shows over 7 months, plus what you've already done, because it's less than a year, you should have 36 home shows as well. Does that make sense to everybody? But we want to go for free or cheaper. So this is what you can do if you want to do that. You're going to do 8 shows a month. And your retail is going to be $500. No, $400 a show. So we're lowballing it. $400 a show. It's 200 CV points per show. 200 CV points times 8 shows is 1,600 CV. And that's 3,600 retail. No, 32. Y'all gotta help me out. Okay, you're also going to, instead of do 1 catalog show, you're going to do 2 catalog shows a month.
Could a Facebook show be a catalog show?
A Facebook show is a catalog show. Okay, these catalog shows are going to be, I don't know why that says that. We're just going to say that they are $300 catalog shows just like this one. So that's 600 retail. So how much CV does that equal? 300 CV. You're going to get some more individual orders from those awesome sales that Megan Nairn does on Facebook. And you're working your shoot higher, so you're going to have $300 in individual orders. So what's your total CV going to be? 150. And you're also just going to sponsor 1 new jeweler a month with the boutique, and that is 475 CV points. The whole month, that added up is, who can tell me?
18,000 CV.
No, it should be 2,500.
More than that.
Somebody already qualified to go.
15 and.
It's 2625.
150.
I don't know, we're just gonna say 25, it's actually more than that. 2,500 CV points. 2,500 CV points times 7 is what? It's actually 17,500. But that, added to what you had in July and August, you're over 18,000.
It's 25, 25.
25, 25.
Oh, 28, 25, so you're pretty much right there. Y'all get it, okay. My math is a little off.
It's still gonna cost you if you don't.
Now, does that help your brain a little bit? Because listen, when you look at 18,000 points, what happens to your head? Holy smokes, that's a lot of points, right? But if you just break it up by month, and you're consistent with what you're doing, and making sure that you're adding in these catalog shows, these individual orders, and that you're sponsoring one person out of every 7 categories, what will you have? A trip to Canada. Anybody have any questions on that? Yeah, they'll have months too, y'all, where it's like double CV points, okay? They do contests and things like that, so be expecting that to come. And those months is when I buy all my Christmas presents. Yes, I do. I'm not ashamed to say that. Oh, say that louder.
For years following your show, I don't get half price item.
So for a
I'm not
year,
making money, but I get CV and hopefully get them to
That's
do
good.
another party when they run out of their benefits.
so she lets her hostesses get one half price item a month. That adds to her CV. She's making money, but she gets CV points. And then when they run out of that, they want it again. I love that.
And at every party, you should be offering a 50% off piece or something really close to that to every single customer for spending such and such amount. That is gonna just increase your CV.
I love it. Awesome. Okay, Carly is really cute and fashionable, so she's going to give some fashion real quick.
I am.
Oh, her. No, I
He likes to
Oh, that's not him.
Okay, you put it on, and I'm just gonna talk. Oh gosh, who was it that drank last? This could go wrong. Yeah. Break it to Stephanie over here. Alright, did anybody see her? She's like my height. We got a little tangled. I'll hold her up. Okay, I'm just gonna take her off for a little pedestal.
All right.
We're gonna start off with some Gator gear. Yeah.
Sorry for those of you who are not Gator fans. So the new Clementine, it's a little dark for Gators, but it works, all right? Wear that with a blue dress, super cute. Girl, me too. I was like, who wants to buy this? You can have it.
I want to wear a tank top so she doesn't have to get her.
Girl, it's okay. It's all I could find in my dirty clothes right there. Stephanie did it. Okay, so then you can put True Blue with it. Super cute. I haven't done that yet, but I think it's really cute. Add a little orange and blue, white top. So cute. Do I have work yet? Yes, but we only pull that out for non-FSU fans. Okay, so I'm just kidding. All right, so this is super cute. You can wear this together. If you want to do the short and long, Christy and I both have a common hate-love relationship with a lot of crazy combos, but yeah. Anyways, if you wanted to make it short, long, you could really get a lot of craziness going on here, but
Don't get too crazy, people.
yeah.
You're crazy.
Sometimes simple is better.
No, always.
Oh.
I love that because it comes all apart.
Yes, it does come all apart. Okay, so that,
This is so pretty.
yes. Let it be simple. It is true. I think I get more compliments when I'm wearing less because they're not so overwhelmed. Okay, so,
Not less clothing.
yes. All right, so I love this necklace. Yeah.
Not less clothing. Modest size.
All right, I love this new necklace. Super cute, Margot. If you don't have this, you need it. Super cute for the fall. Love. I just gave mine cute. Okay, so you can wear that by itself. If you want to add a little bling to it.
I just love it.
That's okay.
Favorite necklace.
Riviera here.
I love it.
Who loves Riviera?
Love it.
Oh,
Super cute. Okay, add that. Have a little flare. Got that going on. I know, so cute. Yeah, I like it, right? And then if you want to have a little short, bring the attention up to Stephanie's tiny neck. She's so cute. All right, you can wear it like that. Keep it in there. Okay. Like this combo together. Super cute. Yeah, I like that. I just came up with that when I got here. Cute like that too. You can really have it going on there. Okay. Cute. All right, we're gonna stick with the gold theme. Chrissy's like, bye then. Okay, a lot of you have this. If you bought the kit, you have this, okay? This is like my favorite necklace, and I showed it, but after Rally, I learned one new trick. So if you were there, you might have learned it. If you weren't there, I'm gonna show you. I show this at every show now. Yeah, and I sell at least one at every show, and it's pricey. It's like $59 or something like that, so if they buy this, you're doing good.
It's so cheap.
Yeah, $59. So we're using, so cheap. So I show this.
She's the one talking.
I show this with silver splash as like my countertop dresser pieces that you can just throw in with anything, and they're like, oh yeah, I can totally do that. Okay, so you wear this. All right, so everybody knows you can wear it short. You can wrap it and it's super cute. But the new trick we learned at Rally is if you put this through this little hole.
Wait, did you see that?
It's like magic.
It was magic.
But it's not. Okay, so you just put it through the last hole in the necklace. The last spot. This is so awkward. It's okay, I don't like it. Okay, then you hook it to the other side, and you have this like super cute mid-length necklace.
Oh.
Love it. Since I have shown it that way, I've literally sold, I'm serious, 1 to 2 in every show. I think it's so cute. That and silver splash. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Do y'all love that?
I've seen
Yes.
Love that. And I also, I don't know, you guys probably already know this, but I always just thought, oh, you can wear it long, but you can also double wrap the chain. Does anybody do that? Yeah. Okay, yeah, you guys are
Wait, I don't do that.
Yeah, it's really cute. You just make
Why
it
haven't I done that?
a little bit shorter. Just pull it like that. Yeah.
So glad I
So
come
now
to
you have,
training.
so now you kind of lose the chain, but it makes it a little bit shorter. That's not good.
She's so risque.
Yes.
Oh, I love that. I gotta wear, is this my necklace?
No. But you probably will. I need to wear that. Okay. So start showing this because it will sell. Okay. They say that blush is the color of the season, so we're gonna go with it. So I love primrose. One of my favorites. Some people don't like rose gold. I really love rose gold.
I love it.
I don't
Yeah.
know. Love.
So this is really cute by itself. You can double it or triple it, whatever. If you want to add a little pizzazz to it, you can add some pearl. Oh, what's happening? You can add some pearls to it, kind of bring out the white in it. And then you got some rose gold. So cute. Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
So classy. All right. So that's that.
I really do like her.
Okay, and then last one. I don't have my clip it, but I was thinking, do we wear any clip it? It's okay. I think we can make do with our hands. All right. So if you take your pearls like this. First of all, I love curtain call by itself. Who has this? Anybody? If you don't have it, you need it. And let people put it on at your show, and they're gonna be like, my neck is so pretty. Seriously, I'm not kidding you. I've had people be like, oh my god. And so if you just add it to your pearls, yeah, kind of give it some little extra behind it.
Oh, yeah.
So here, this is why you need to clip it, everybody watching. 12 bucks. Okay. All right, that's all I have for you guys. Oh wait, no, one more, my favorite.
So if you want it,
Yeah, I like. Okay.
so if you have big old
Chiclet.
balls,
Anybody have
just
chiclet?
divide it into
Okay, love
that
chiclet,
or
right?
the white
So
one.
here's
Divide it in
chiclet.
half, put a clip it on one side.
CC.
Clip it.
I know it's a little bit brighter gold, but I think it's very cute together. Because it brings, if you can keep it on the turquoise side, it brings out the turquoise color. Yeah, she doesn't like it. But you could also make it a little shorter. Little choker. And bring out the turquoise and chiclet. That's cute. I love that for fall.
Why are you making a face like that? You don't like her?
I love it.
She's like, I don't know. Don't forget your poll.
Deodorants from you.
Okay, let's play a game. Everybody hold up your agenda in the air. Who has an agenda? Hold it up in the air. You know the easy grab off the table. Does everybody have one? We need, don't get them. What about it? Raise your hand if you need an agenda.
Y'all don't have agendas?
Y'all always have an agenda. PSA. Public service. When you come to training, there will be a little stack of papers on the table. When you sign in, you should always grab one because that'll tell you what we're going to do. And then you can take notes. Keep your hands up. All right, raise your hand if you need one.
Like the magic thing.
This is oatmeal. Apple yes, sing for us. Okay, does everybody have an agenda? Yeah. Okay, if your agenda has a V on it, raise it up in the air. Alright, this side of here is going to be the V. So if you have a V, you're going to come to this side. If you have a Q, you're going to go over here. And you need to all sit together. Sit this round. V's over here. Hello, V's on my side. Okay, we have the Vancouvers over here. Okay, if you are excited to be on Team Vancouver, let me hear it. If you're excited to be on Team Quebec, by the way, let me hear it. That was really bad, y'all. Who's gonna win? Alright, Team Vancouver. Team Quebec. This is gonna be awesome. Okay. So I was actually told recently that it's not Quebec, it's Quebec. So now you know. That was from somebody who was from Canada, but whatever. Maybe they were just telling me that, so when I get there, I sound stupid. I don't know. Okay, so this is going to be Canada trivia. Okay, and it's multiple choice. So what you're going to do, and the reason I asked you to kind of sit together, is because you're going to have to talk amongst yourselves to come up with your answer. You're only going to have 30 seconds. Okay? So we're going to take one question at a time, and you obviously don't. Okay, you need to just No, you're going to be our spokesperson.
That's why I said sit together.
And you're in the middle. So what we do is all cell phones have to be in your purse.
Take it right now. Everybody put your cell phones down under your chair. In your purse, under your chair. Kelly Frazier. Kelly Frazier, put your cell phone under your chair.
She's not cheating. No, we can't
Yet. Okay, you're only going to have 30 seconds, so you're not going to be able to look at your phone anyway. Okay, so this is what's going to happen. I'm going to read the question. Obviously, you don't have it, so pay attention when I read the question.
And then you might want to have somebody like in the middle-ish write down the 4 answers real quick, because all the answers are very short, okay? And that way you guys, I'll read it twice, and we'll give you 30 seconds on the clock to choose your answer as a team. And then, after each question, we're going to go ahead and find out if anybody got the right answer. We will keep a scoreboard, and Lacey and Jonathan brought some super cool prizes for the winners. Okay? They're behind me.
It's a free trip to Canada via a drink.
Canadian
You're gonna
experience.
take a sip and travel to Canada. Okay, so does everybody understand?
Yes.
We'll start with question number 1. I'm going to read it a couple times. I'm going to read the answers to you, the short answers. If somebody in the middle wants to jot them down, and y'all can kind of say, if you shout out what you think the answer is, they might take your answer. Just saying. Okay, ready? Number 1. Here we go. I need a timekeeper back there. Thanks, Jonathan.
You're welcome.
30 seconds after I read the question and the answers. All right. Okay. All right. So, question number 1. Canada has more blank per capita than anywhere else. Canada has more blank per capita than anywhere else. Here are your 4 Pizza Huts, donut shops, criminals, and iPads. The answers, get ready, Pizza Huts, donut shops, criminals, or iPads, go. Canada has more of these per capita than anywhere else.
That's what we said. Okay.
So you're going to need a spokesperson, by the way. All right. Team Vancouver, what's your answer?
Donut shops.
Team Quebec, what's your answer? Oh.
Cheaters!
You both get the score.
Is that what it is?
It's donut shops. It's so weird that you guys knew that. Just saying. Did anyone really know that, or was that a guess? What does? What's that? Is that a donut? Okay, Cheryl Randolph kind of knew that. Anyone over here knew that, or was this a lucky guess? Kim? All right, number 2. Are you ready? This one's kind of funny, but I had to include it, so whatever. Okay, 80% of all alcohol consumed in Canada is beer, whiskey, wine, or rum. 80% of all alcohol consumed in Canada is beer, whiskey, wine, or rum. Go. Do it up here, I'll put it in the mic.
It's 30 seconds long, too.
Team Quebec, Team Vancouver.
What they answer?
What's your answer?
Ain't none of your business.
They were first. What did you answer? You just didn't hear it.
They said whiskey. You can't change it.
Okay, listen. What? Okay, from now on, you have to write your answer down and hold it up in the air. Okay?
You're on probation.
Okay, what was the answer you guys had come up with?
No, we were still arguing beer or whiskey, so she just chose beer.
And you guys said whiskey. Okay, it's beer. Okay, so does raise your hand if you're going to write the answer down for your team and hold it up in the air. All right, Nikki, can you use someone in the middle here? You're Megan? Okay, you guys got to whisper it up to Megan. Okay, number 3. 77% of the world's blank is made in Quebec. 77% of the world's blank is made in Quebec. Cheese, facial cream, paper, or maple syrup. Go.
Stop.
Yes, you were both correct. All right, here we go. Number 4. People from the province of Nova Scotia are referred to as...
What was the answer?
It was maple syrup. People from the province of Nova... What?
We're listening.
People from the province of Nova Scotia are referred to as Tweedles, Motzelheads, Blue Nosers, or Big Dogs. Here are the answers again. Ready? No, just spell it harder. Dweedles, kind of like Beatles, but with a DW. Dweedles, Motzelheads, Blue Nosers, or Big Dogs. Ready, go.
That was my son.
All of your answers? There says number 2. Motzelheads. And what do you guys have?
The blue.
Blue Nosers. Blue Nosers.
They're cheating.
Making a comeback.
We're just really good guessers.
Okay, here we go. Okay, somebody tell me how to say this. Is it Saskatchewan? Am I saying that right? Saskatchewan? Saskatchewan? Okay. Okay, are you listening? It doesn't sound like you are. Okay. In Saskatchewan, a hoodie is called a... Everyone knows what a hoodie is, right? Okay. In Saskatchewan, a hoodie is called a bunny hug, a fuzzy, a hoodle, or a jacket. So your answers again are bunny hug, fuzzy, hoodle, or jacket. Go.
This is a 100-question quiz, by the way.
All of your answers. Nobody got it. Okay, what'd you say? Fuzzy, and they said a hoodle. It's actually called a bunny hug.
It's just a jacket, baby. That's what we call it.
These
Just a
questions
jacket.
are kind of making me not want
It's
to
a jacket, yeah. So much fun, eh? Okay. All right, here you go. You ready? Blank was invented in Canada.
No.
Okay, so this is a sport, obviously. You'll find out in a minute. Blank was invented in Canada. Your answers are hockey, basketball, water polo, or women's golf. Hockey, basketball, water polo, and women's golf. Go.
Women's soccer.
Hold up your answers. Both said hockey and both are wrong. Basketball. So weird. I was like, what? No, no way. Okay. That's what it said on the internet. Must be true. I know, she cannot. Okay. All right, here are a couple of true or false questions, all right? Ready? The first true or false question is, you can write in any language to the North Pole, H-O-H-O-H-O, and receive a letter back from Santa. Is that true or false? You can write a letter in any language to the North Pole and receive a letter back from Santa.
H-O-H.
I don't know what it stands for. Somebody in Canada knows what it stands for. Ready, set, go.
Both got it right. Good job.
How many are there?
So we already won!
It's like 467. Okay, I may or may not have made some of these up. Okay, ready? I'm kidding. All right, here we go. True or false? Mail sent to Canada's government is only 5 cents. Like the postage. Okay, mail sent to Canada's government is only 5 cents. True or false? Ready, go.
That's all you get.
Hold up your answers. Okay, we have a true and we have a false. It is false. It's actually free. You don't get bonus points, but that's awesome. It's free. Okay, so we just started the bonus round.
10 seconds.
So you're now gonna get 12 seconds. Just because that's awkward amount of time. Okay, so for now on you got 12 seconds, so talk really quickly. Okay, we're back on our regular questions. You ready? Canada officially became its own country in the year blank. Canada officially became its own country in the year blank. Ready? 1950, 1892, 1999, or 1982. So 1950, 1892, 1999, or 1982. Hit it. What do we got? What do we got?
It's okay, she's writing it. She would have to.
Well, I was gonna say.
It's what we do now.
That's like when Columbus sailed the ocean blue, I'm just saying, right? Okay. It was actually 1982, the year of my birth. Raise your hand if you were born in 82 in this room. What's up, JP? Okay, no, that's... Okay, it was 1982, so it is 32 years old. Okay. Blank is an annual event in Canada. Blank is an annual event in Canada. You ready? Bathtub racing, duck racing, spa day, or undies fest. Yes, blank is an annual event in Canada. Bathtub racing, duck racing, spa day, or undies fest. Go. You have 12 seconds.
Seconds.
Alright, what do we have? Let me see. Alright, what do you guys got? Alright, we got duck racing, bathtub racing. They're actually like in bathtubs, like right. Okay. How many countries border Canada? How many countries border Canada? 1, 2, 3, or 4? You only get 8 seconds on this one. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, or 4. What do you have over here? Q. Team Q. Calling all Qs. Okay, over here we have a 2. And over here we have a... Y'all, what borders Canada?
North America and Alaska, which is North America.
Oh, dang it. Here, okay. All right, ready?
I'm just saying the
Just a few more.
The Q's kind of.
I don't say that. Okay. The Canadian $1 coin is called the blank. The Canadian $1 coin is called the blank. Here's your answers. It's called the caribou,
the loony, the coiny, or the canaler? Okay, you ready? The caribou, the loony, the coiny, or the canaler? Ready, go. All right, write your answers down. Hold them up in the air. What do you have? What does that say? The loony. And you have the loony? You both got it. All right, just a few more. What is the leader of Canada called? What is the leader of Canada called? The president, the marshal, the leader, or the prime minister? The president, the marshal, the leader, or the prime minister?
Don't be yelling too loud over there. We can answer it. You have it, write it up. What you got?
Holla! I'll type it in everybody.
Justin Bieber met him in overalls.
I
I just want to say that was.
Okay, the biggest prize in Canadian Football League, the biggest prize in the Canadian Football League is the blank cup. The silver cup, the shiny cup, the gray cup, or the big cup. The silver cup, shiny cup, gray cup, big cup. Ready, set, go.
It's a trick question.
All right, hold them up, hold them up, hold them up. They say silver cup, they say big cup. It is actually called the gray cup. Shut up, right? All right, on to our ending. Okay. All right, we're on the last half a page. Okay, how many time zones are in Canada? How many time zones are in Canada? 3, 6, 8, or 10? 3, 6, 8, or 10? Hit it. Hold them up, hold them up, hold them up. You say 6? You say 6? Holla! Okay. So we have a bonus round coming up, so you can totally catch up if you are good on the end. Okay. What is the national capital of Canada? What is the national capital of Canada? Ottawa, Vancouver, Quebec, or Winnipeg? Ottawa, 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 Vancouver, Quebec, or Winnipeg. Hit it.
Everybody got it. Okay.
All right, last 2 questions. This question is worth 5 points.
They can't win.
Is this the last?
This question is worth 5 points. And then there's one more question, and it may be worth more. Canada is the world, this is true or false. Canada is the world's largest country by land mass. Canada is the world's largest country by land mass. True or false? Go.
When you're done, show your paper.
Hold them up, hold them up, hold them up.
You have good by land mass.
Hold up right now.
Like Jacksonville is the largest
Do it right now.
mass city.
What you got, girl? Okay, both people said false, which is correct. It's actually the second largest country by land mass, so it was really close.
What's the first part?
Russia.
Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Have you seen the size of this? Russia's massive.
It's like big.
All right.
Keep going big.
That's the final question. It's worth 10 points. 10 points to take it home.
In other words, you went through all that for nothing because whoever gets this one wins.
Which ocean does not touch Canada?
Indian.
Which ocean does not touch Canada? The Atlantic, the Indian, the Pacific, or the Arctic Ocean? The Atlantic, Indian, Pacific, or Arctic? Go.
Negative 100
Team Vancouver, you can thank Christy, just all got disqualified. So sorry.
Her paper didn't have the V on it, so she's not really with us.
She thinks whiskey is.
Didn't you ever hear cheaters never prosper? Okay, hold up your answer. That's, what does that say? Thank you. I can't read from here to there. Okay, you both got it. So yay, everybody's a winner. Awesome. Okay, I think Team B is gonna take it. Man, they're so excited about it. You gonna take home some ginger ale? Think about the trip you're gonna be taking when you drink it.
Back here, it's beer, and up front, like, no, it's whiskey. That's
Good job, Adam Brown.
Alright, everybody's excited about their can of soda. It's ginger ale. It's from Canada. Bottled by Pepsi.
Okay, so
Ginger ale.
I was gonna talk for like 36 minutes, but I only have 3. So
We can do more than
what? No, I wasn't gonna talk for 36 minutes. I actually don't know how long I'm gonna talk, but raise your hand if you have this book right here by Holly Girth. It's called You're Made for a God-Sized Dream. If you have it and you haven't read it, you should start. If you don't have it, you should buy it or borrow it. But Holly Girth spoke at Rally. She's pretty inspirational, very encouraging. So this was just something from her book that I thought was pretty great if you need some encouragement about where you are in your life and in your business. So I want you to get out a pen. You're going to need to write something down real quick. So I'm going to kind of condense what I was going to talk about. Yeah. It's in the book. If you have your book, it's on page 32. Okay, so what I really want to encourage you is wherever you are in your business tonight, you're here, and there's a purpose. But if you don't know why you're here, then you're going to have a really hard time doing what God has called you to do in this business. And so one of the things that is really important in not just becoming a leader, but in growing a really great business, being a great friend, having your family, whatever other job you do, is knowing what your strengths are. How many of you have ever been asked, what are your strengths? Right? We all have, okay? And then knowing what your skills are, and knowing that those two things are separate. There are strengths and there are skills. So, this is just so great. And I've actually never even had this presented this way, and I'm like, oh, this is so good. So she just says, a strength is a personal characteristic that can be used on behalf of God in service to others, which I thought is totally applicable in our premier businesses, because that's what we're doing. We're serving other people. And so you're going to need a strength, and guess what? You all have one. So it's really about figuring out what your strength is. So I'm going to give you some options in case you don't know. If you already know what some of your strengths are, go ahead and just jot them down on your paper. Oh, yeah, okay. A strength is a personal characteristic that can be used on behalf of God in service to others? Sure. So you might already know some of yours, but I'm going to give you a list. I'm going to read through these. If you pretty much, I want you to pick out 3, but just kind of jot them down as I go, and you can circle. If you write down 10, you can just circle 3 of them in a minute. Okay, I'm going to go kind of fast. Adventurous, athletic, brave, calm, capable, caring, cheerful, considerate, courageous, creative, dedicated, determined, devoted, easygoing, efficient, encouraging, energetic, fair, flexible, forgiving, friendly, frugal, funny, gentle, gracious, hardworking, helpful, honest, hospitable, imaginative, intelligent, kind, loving, loyal, mature, organized. That's at the top of Lacey's strength list.
Yes.
Mine is encouragement.
Mine is also timely.
Okay, here's a few more. Positive, protective, reflective, reliable, resilient, resourceful, responsible, sensitive, servant-hearted, spontaneous, supportive, talented, thoughtful, trustworthy, warm, wise. And then you can add your own. So if yours wasn't on that list, add your own. So those are strengths. So you may have listed 10, you may have listed 1. Okay, but I guarantee you have something. It may not be on this list, but you have something, okay? And so you're going to use the strengths that you've been given, and you're going to use those to serve other people in your business. This is something I thought was really great. This is at the bottom of page 33. I'm just going to read you this paragraph because I think everything she says in it is really poignant. So it says, what are the parts of who you are that consistently bring God glory and bless others? What are the moments in your day when you find yourself saying, this is why I am on earth? In the busyness of life, we can miss those clues or dismiss them as not being valid. We tell ourselves that surely a God-sized dream has to be more spiritual, be harder, or resemble what our neighbor is doing. But, like we talked about earlier in the book, God-sized dreams aren't one size fits all. You and your God-sized dream are perfectly paired by the one who created you both. And so I just get chills when I read that because we often think that our God-sized dream might have to look like somebody else's, and that we have to have their strengths if we're going to achieve that dream. But let me tell you, it's not true. And these are some of the things too she talks about. If you're still wondering what your strengths are, then you can put them through this strength test. This is so good. I'll email this out, or I'll just put this on the Rockstars Facebook page because it's really good. So she spelled out strength. The first one is service. So you ask yourself, does it help me serve God and others? The second one is time. Has it been present throughout much of my life? It's a very thought-provoking question for me. R stands for relationships. Do others see this strength in you? So ask people around you. If you don't know what your strengths are, then ask someone else. Guarantee you they're going to be able to tell you what they are. Or they may be able to tell you your weaknesses. E stands for energy. Do I feel energized when I'm living this way? N is natural. Does this come naturally to me most of the time? Or, this is so key, or do I know God has intentionally developed this in me even though it doesn't come natural? Mm-hmm. G stands for glory. Does God ultimately get glory from it? T stands for trials. Even in the hard times, does this usually come through somehow? And H stands for heart. Does this really feel like a core part of who I am?
So I encourage you to figure out what your strengths are because they're going to be really useful for you in your business. And knowing how you can use your strengths through Premier to serve other people. She also talks about skills, but we'll talk about that next time maybe. We'll be to be continued, so we can get out of here on time. But I just want to encourage you right where you are to ask the Lord what your strength is. It may be just one really strong strength, okay? Some of us have several, and that's okay. So we're just really created uniquely by a God who has a really great purpose for your life. And praying about what that looks like in Premier is going to help to guide you and direct you to be able to serve others and bring Him glory. So, that's it. Prizes! Who wants to win some jewelry? Who loves this necklace? Oh, you want to win this one? That's what you're saying? Woohoo! What's this called?
The blue and
Hot Pursuit. Hot Pursuit. H-A-U-T-E. Oh my. Hey, stand up if you want to win this. Oh, what?
Oh, good. I have a team because she's not it.
Okay, here we go. Yeah. Drum roll with your clappers, please. Just one, people. This is my favorite person ever. 697.
Honesty is
7. 8. 6.
Stephanie.
Stephanie! She's right. Stephanie, I love you.
Yeah, they were.
What's next? What's this called?
Hey, I think I win by default. Let him keep the other half of my ticket.
Oh, yeah.
John from Basford.
Wanna go for this one or that one?
Did you get all these?
I think it's called to go.
No.
Go to.
Go for this one.
We don't put it in our own joke. This one's that one.
Or new to make fun.
I'm sorry. I was over there.
Who's your mama? What's your name?
One of these.
Isn't it the ammo crime?
Yes.
She's so busy.
Tamma. You told her? Yay, everybody give Stacey a hand.
Everybody knows who I am.
Okay, who wants to win this thing right here? What? Go to. Is it stretchy? Okay, this person is the coolest person ever. Okay. Oh, yes they are, because they were born in the year that this is the year I was born. Maybe. 681. Oh! Tell everybody your name. Amber.
Hi, Amber.
Do y'all know everybody's name here? You don't.
Oh, we need to do these.
Next time.
We need 5 hours for
Tonight.
Tonight, I lied. Tonight, we're doing it. This is called
Silver Sheet.
Sexy Chick. Chrome. This person that wins this is
Gonna be excited.
my best friend. Hold on, here we go. Oh. Are you ready? Oh, okay. Okay, drum roll please. 6, 9, 7. 6, 6, 9. That is so crazy. Oh my God. Girl, you should go to the bottom. No, don't. Your luck is out.
Okay, if you're a new jeweler and you have not been introduced to training yet, will you please come stand up here super quick? I'm
I'm so sorry.
Yes.
Yes.
Come on down.
You're the girl who didn't know how to put a ticket in the drum.
Oh, Stacy. Come here, Mom.
I think they reflect the mom.
Oh my gosh, look at all these new jewelry. Okay, everybody, say. Hello, my name is Stacy.
Hi, Stacy.
Cam.
And you have 12 seconds to tell us why you became a jewelry lady.
Because I love jewelry.
Oh, good girl.
My name's Erica,
Here's your mama.
Nikki, Kenny.
Sorry. Hey, about 8 seconds to tell us why you became a jewelry lady.
Because I have a lot of student loans for my MBA. I worked at University of Florida for the Department of Female. I'm a Seminole. No. I'm a Seminole.
It's a safe place.
Hello, my name is Tiffany Friend, and I'm from St. Augustine, and my mom is Megan Aaron, and I became a jewelry lady because I needed the extra income, and I loved Premier's mission. Wait, who's your Premier grandma?
Family affair.
Hi, my name is Megan. My Premier mama is Stephanie. I joined Premier because Jessica Brown made it look so much fun.
Hold on now.
Hello, my name is Michelle, and my Premier mom is Heather, and I decided to do Premier for a few reasons. I've retired for 10 years, so it's time to do something, and I didn't want to work real hard, so.
And you live in Jacksonville.
Say hello. Hello, my name is Megan Gillespie. My Premier mom is Shauna Hensley.
And your grandma is you.
Me.
Oh, Jess! Sorry.
Don't leave me out. You're so far away. So far away.
And I joined because I want to have fun and earn money while doing it.
Hello, my name is Krista. Jessica.
Jessica Brown. Why are you having all these babies?
I decided to do this to meet new people and to learn how to talk in public because I'm petrified right now.
Just know they're not looking at you, they're looking at your
Was
ears.
that
okay.
Was that your training shot?
Yes.
Very good. Y'all give these new jewelers that. Alright, let's pray.
Oh.
Can we stand? Let's stand and hold hands. And I'm sorry I was snapping.
So before we pray, I want to just you to just in this moment, I was thinking about just the burdens that we're carrying in this room. I mean, you've heard some spoken, and we all have them. And I want you to think about when you go out and you are sharing Premier and you are selling jewelry and you're putting necklaces on girls' necks in living rooms. Those women that are sitting on those couches or sitting in those chairs and giving you their credit card at the end of the night, they have burdens just like you. They're going through things that are really hard. They had some really great joys in their life, but they're also carrying really hard things. And so you get to carry hope that you have to them. They're not any different than you. So you have a really cool job. So go out and do it well. Cheryl Randolph, where are you? Over here. Oh, can you pray for us?
We just thank you for this evening and just for the love that's always here when we show up. I pray for so many needs that are in this room, Lord. You know about each and every one of them that was spoken. You know about each and every one that was not spoken, Lord. and you don't have to meet every single one. And Lord, I just pray that you would spur us on to think about and pray for each other between now and next month when we come back together again, Lord. And I just pray that you would give strength to each other person in here to know how to give their burdens to you so you carry them for them. In Jesus' name.
Amen.